What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, we're doing a Robinsongz VOD review, and all I will say about this game, no spoilers of the comp or what happened this game, because it was just insane. It was absolutely insane. I will bet you money that you will not guess where this game goes or how it ends. So just watch, sit back, watch the master at hand here. And also, part of the reason why we're VOD reviewing this game is I got a front row seat to what happened here. You can see it down there at the bottom. I am in this lobby. So this was a fun game. I think I played a very reasonable line, but I mean, Robin had just an insane game. So start off here with a bit of everything. No full Primordian opener here. Nothing going too crazy for Robin so far here. He's considering making his first 10 here, which I think is just a great thing to do in general in TFT. This patch, it's not as crazy because there's no, like, you know, obviously like full loss into play a Samira as much anymore. They did nerf that on the B patch if you guys didn't see, so that's less of an option. What is an option, as we see here, is Anima Commander. What Robin will very likely do is scout the lobby, see, hey, is there anyone in this lobby looking to loss streak, anyone with like a calculated loss or something like that? As he scouts more, he will see that there's not really anybody going for that kind of like full loss streak style, and so Anima Commander makes sense here. As his pickup here, he is going to sell all of this stuff off and field his units here and get that Anima online already. So yeah, he is going to rotate actually into me. I didn't realize I fought him on 2-1, but I have this kind of funny Prowler's Claw here, which I ended up playing into like a Jinx Belveth type setup. So very chill game, honestly, for me. I win streaked a lot this game, saved a lot of HP, which is really good when there's an Anima Commander type player in your lobby, because that Anima Commander player, if they execute correctly, which it's not guaranteed, there are definitely times where people can, you know, make mistakes and not cash out. It is not, you know, done at the start here, but if Robin does get a big cash out here, I, in my position, want to have a lot of HP to work with here. Also, beautiful play from Robin here, just doing this very small optimization where he is benching his Anima units and then refielding them at the start of combat here, just to conceal how many Anima he actually, you know, how many stacks he has. Also, just conceal the fact that he has Anima. It's very easy if you're just like quickly tabbing through players and you just don't pay attention, you don't notice, you know, that he's Anima here. If people are smart, they will be, you know, pinging the fact that he has Anima here. I don't know if anyone pinged it this game. All I'll know is I was deep in the stats trying to figure out what to do with this Prowler's Claw, so it actually took me a while. And hey, don't look at that ad. That's not a sponsored Sub-Zero ad. That's a Robinsongz ad. Close your eyes. Okay, you guys can open your eyes again. All right, we will continue to loss streak here, and I mean the early game is really the biggest thing. Is one, what items are we going to take and what god boons are we going to take? So this can be a big question here. He does have the option to take Better Together plus 6 HP. This is what's really nice about playing this Anima Commander in a Soraka portal, is you do have the possibility of going for that HP, and HP is normally pretty mediocre. Normally, like, Better Together, I'm like, blah, who cares about it? Like, it doesn't do anything. The later HP ones can be pretty good to save you some lives, but normally I'm not very excited about Better Together because for a boon, just getting some HP tends to be pretty garbage. However, obviously, if you're in Robinsongz spot, if taking this HP gives you an extra entire life or can, you know, prevent you from dying in a spot where you otherwise would, obviously you're going to take that HP. So yep, we're going to continue loss streak here. Love Robin's positioning here. If you guys aren't familiar with this type of positioning, the idea is we just want to put all of our units on one side and just try to focus fire down a unit, because if we kill a unit that's plus 1 HP, that is really frequent, Robin. That I hope you're getting a lot of money. I hope you're getting big bucks, Robin. You know, I just Good for you. But yeah, we're going to continue loss streak here. I really want to be same side as a weak enemy tank here. This is kind of the worst of all worlds here, where we just rotate into this big giant gargoyle tank here that we can't possibly kill. All right, going into next round, I mean, not really too much going on here. We're going to continue our loss streak. And the question for Robin is, one, you know, how can we kill as many units as possible? And two, is how are we going to make this pivot happen later? Because there's actually a lot of lines you can play Anima into these days. Back in the day, it was always, you know, Anima into Mighty Mech, and that's definitely something that is in the wheelhouse of what you can play, and Mighty Mech is very, very strong with a lot of the tank items. If you look at the statistics, basically everything except for Battle Bunny Crossbow. Ooh, Blaster's like kind of a maybe because you can throw it onto the Urgot. But aside from those two, all the other ones are really, really fantastic into Mighty Mech. Just obviously all the tank ones, you throw them onto Mighty Mech, have a very good time. And it's really, really nice. I have seen other people play other stuff. There is, we saw Marcel in the TPC. He was playing around Corki from cashout, which I think is quite reasonable here. You'll also see just Robin in a really nice spot here. He early leveled here, played his strongest, not really strongest board, but played 6 units onto his board, and just that focus fire allows him to, versus a board like mine, I still win the fight, but he actually kills a lot of units here. So it's very, very smart stuff to play for the unit takedowns here. Don't think we're gonna go for any kind of too tanky. I mean, Magic Roll is, never feels bad as an augment goes. It's just always solid, and we get all of these rods, which I think decides Robin's game plan for him. We're gonna kind of have to play Mighty Mech from this spot, right? No shot that we are going to make a pivot into some kind of quirky line from 4 rods. I mean, it's good enough, and we are just going to be completely happy with that because Mighty Mech got buffed. The ASOL got buffed up a little bit last patch. So, this is a line that if you do get a good cash out into it, you can certainly win out. I mean, it's funny. The game after Robin did this, I had an Anima game. I think it was the game after. I had an Anima game where I cashed out, but there is one scary thing that you can run into when you do play around Mighty Mech, which is what happened in my game, is that if there are Corki players in your lobby, if there are other people holding on to these type of units, you run the risk of getting super, super contested. Robin going to start making his items here, just going to slam a lot of stuff in this spot already, looking at the Void Staff potentially here, and yeah, just going to make the JG Death Cap here, the best items for ASOL, get the Sterax here for the Mighty Mech. Only thing you have to worry about a little bit when making stuff like Void Staff is that if we do cash out Sonic Slicers, it's a little annoying, but that's one out of a lot of Anima items, so it should be fine. But he really just wants to get his slams down in here and save as much HP as possible here. Gonna get the extra items here from the Sorakaboon. This also is going to guarantee that we're going to be Sorakaboon at the end of the game, which is not bad when you are obviously sacking the entire early game. You're just going to have a ton of extra HP to work with. Not a ton of units to spread it around on, right? You're only playing a few units on this Mighty Mech board, so the HP doesn't go as far as it might, but it's not bad. And I mean, he really obviously just wants the extra items, and also the extra HP was really, really nice here. So yep, once again, just going to crowd everybody on the left side here. We have all of our stuff slammed. We're going to rotate into Mr. Bombastic here, who has this big Meepsy with the Straka's Miracle, so I don't think we can end up killing that. And he's looking at the Morello Slam here. I think it's totally fine to not make it, certainly yet. We'll see down the line if that's something you want to make. 400 cash out here. We could take this, and it could be cool. Or, I mean, we're 40 HP. We can at least sack to 500. 500 is usually that floor of like 400 is like quite likely to win. 500 when you're getting those multiple Ana items is really when you're looking at like the straight up auto win. If you reach 500, it's very, very hard to bot for unless you just find like no upgrades to play with, and it's very, very hard to even not win the lobby sometimes. But you'll see, look how close every fight is. When Robin slammed these items aggressively, I mean, that's only a 4. Oh, he's 30 HP here with basically guaranteed to go to 500 stacks here, which is, I mean, it's a beautiful spot. He's got all this HP to work with. Obviously 75 in the next one is going to put him in like the 550 range, which sadly you have to hit the, boom, 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 the 100 of each of them. So you don't get any bonus points for being 550, but it does open up some interesting things, which we can look at here. Definitely want to get to at least some Mighty Mech items here. Definitely want to get to the Gargoyle here. You can wait on slamming another, Gargoyle or something like that for Mighty Mech, because you do really want to cash out the tank items. That's the dream in this line. So something that we can look at here. He is going to, of course, chill one more round here, just so he has enough gold to 4-2 it. And also a conservative player would cash out next round here. Robin is not a conservative player. He likes to, play it for stream. I think, if this was tournaments, he would probably just take the cash out here and be pretty happy with it. But Robin is gonna play the game pretty interesting. He's gonna grab jail here, and then he's gonna reroll and say, you know what, we can sack to 600 here. It's stage 4, so our odds of dying are basically 0. So I mean, there's no real fear here. We just need to roll down, try to kill as many units as possible, just so that we're not like you know, barely 1 life here. We're gonna make even, yeah, Spirit Visage here just to get the best items. He does also have to be afraid of winning, right? If he wins, that could also be a disaster, but he rotated into a pretty strong board here. He's gonna wait to slam his items just to guarantee that he loses this fight and then start panic slamming everything to try to kill something here. But you could see, we didn't kill a single unit. We still are 3 HP, right? We would have had to get 10-0'd to die here. He does get his cash out here, and this is what it is. The upgraded Searing Short Bow here, which he will hover these later so we can look at them more in depth here. And check this out as well. He's going to roll down, try to pick up some upgrades, makes this pivot pretty nicely with the Aurora 3, and he's going to reforge, and he finds Deep Freeze here, which is just amazing. The only downside is he's going to have to throw it onto Urgot for a round here. His basically, you know, Giga Radiant Prismatic tank item here. But this is Evolved Ember Shot if you guys haven't got this yet. So it's the Searing Short Bow idea, but each projectile leaves down these like giant fields that do damage, which is just kind of crazy, especially with Asol. You can see, you know, we have all of these on like backline here. I mean, it's just crazy here. Blessing Size, of course, amazing here. We don't really need any more gold. We basically hit most of our board. Do need to find the 2-star. He decides to full screen the game. I don't know why he's doing it in the middle of this turn, but okay. And he actually, wow, this is a crazy call. He just goes straight to 9 here, and he's like, my only, you know, possibility of the game not being good for me is if I have some kind of like freak accident and somehow lose a fight. So we might as well level here, get the Fiora in here. That can start healing us up. And now just look at the board go, man. I, of course, because I'm me, rotate into him immediately after he cashes out. So that's pretty cool. And obviously I don't kill a single unit, so that's all good. And I mean, this is the setup. This is going to be the setup that we're going to stay on for the most part. We can actually talk a little bit about this Asol board because it's been a long time since this comp has been kind of in meta. So to just talk about it a little bit, obviously you're playing around this core of 6 mecha. You usually cap out the board via Fiora later. If you do want to get spell crit in, you can play Maokai plus the Akali and get really, really good, I mean, a ton of value. You get spell crit, you get the heal onto the board, you get the brawler, you get the marauder. I mean, that's like a really good budget option for level 8. But obviously, as you cap out higher, getting to stuff like the Fiora is really, really nice. 1, to heal you up, and 2, just as a really nice unit to cap out with. Bard, a really, really nice conduit to play. Karma, a really good Voyager to play. And then usually you can cap out with stuff like Jhin on this board. Just takes a bunch of gold here plus the Vow just to allow us to push what low-key looks like level 10 here. Robin going for max cap. I mean, why shouldn't we here? And okay, he does finally hover Deep Freeze. Thank you. So it procs 4 times, which is the crazy part. Gets the 20% max HP shield. It does the Frost Nova that stuns enemy within 2 hexes and deals magic damage equal to 15% max HP, and each Nova increases by 1. My God. I mean, how do you actually ever beat this? It's actually just insane. But I will say, the game does not even go where you think it goes from here. I will say. I will say. It's just because we have all this stuff doesn't mean that the game is going to end just like this. You'll save. Just watch. So rotate into this guy here. I mean, we are obviously chilling versus all of these boards and really just looking at level 10. Level 10 cap for this board does tend to be Jhin because he gets you Dark Star and just the Eradicator buff, which is really, really nice on this board. So this is, I mean, basically everything Robin is playing, this is the exact cap out for the board. Just level play Jhin. Thomas Kench exists as your secondary tank. Not that we really need one here, but normally if you're playing a regular game of TFT, you do kind of want to have a secondary tank on this board, throw the TK on as just a good guy, and, you know, you get Brawler onto your board, which is not even that bad. 5% HP onto, you know, your giant mighty mech is not the worst at all here. Gonna rotate into this guy who has kind of a nice fast 9 board, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's nothing. It's also funny. I mean, we just have this random Aurora 3 sitting on the board as well, who, you know, obviously is not usually what you're playing into with this comp, but I mean, she definitely works. She holds all these AP items. She might just sit on here the entire game. Like I said, our cap out might just be Jhin and call it a day. There's a lot of other stuff you could play, though. Oh, wow. No, he's over it. He's said, you know what? I would rather actually just play this cap, max cap synergies wise. And now that I have Bard too, I can move those items to Bard. He did actually open sell, but you know, he got there. And now we have this Bard on the board who can also farm us some gold. And we're also level 10 at 5-3 with just a disgusting board. I guess upside for me is that I didn't fight Robin when he pushed 10. I fought him only on level 9 or maybe even 8. So I guess that's upside for me. TK is going to farm us a little bit. We can take DB here, put it onto the Fiora here, who is going to be the main AD carry late game, and he can roll down a little bit to pick up some extra stuff for this board here. And I mean, The board looks pretty good. Enough said. And I mean, this is max cap, right? This is max cap gaming here. You can see my board, by the way. It came out pretty well. Got the Prowler's Claw. Honestly, this Akali did a lot of work with the Prowler's Claw. Shout out to Akali, especially after the buffs. This unit was pleasantly surprising. I am not normally like a big, like, oh my god, Akali, this unit is like crazy, but she actually did a lot of work with the Prowler's Claw. Just all the extra crit that I got onto her there, plus, you know, the Bel'Veth and the Jinx helped me actually clean up a lot of fights. I was a little bit afraid at some points that I was going to bot for this game, but you really just need to win like one fight here. I'm on 24 HP, so as long as I win a fight, Robin's surely going to kill off the rest of the lobby for me. And, you know, hopefully I can just eke out my, you know, top 4, top 3. You know, this is really what it's all about is, you know, hopefully this guy loses because, yeah, I was looking at this guy's board praying that he lost because I really, you know, I was like, there's not much I can do at this point. And hey, I lock in my top 3, which I think is all you can really ask for in my spot here. It's kind of crazy, by the way, that this Hefe Swag guy is streaking as well. Robin did not fight him at all, which is, I mean, a little bit illegal because honestly, maybe if better matchmaking had occurred, I could actually top 2 this game. But I mean, at Mortdog, at Riot Mortdog. Robin gonna roll down here for some upgrades here and just for some cool stuff to hold on to because his board is pretty capped. And here he sees the 6th Fiora in this spot, and you go, wait a second. Could there be a higher cap than this? A higher cap than the double items that we've cashed out from Anima, these items that, you know, basically essentially guarantee you win the game. He's got a couple of rounds left, and he finds a 7th Fiora here and gets the TK print, which is obviously not bad here. And Hefe Swag is not holding on to these Fioras here. So he actually says in chat, I'm going to go for Fiora. Can you not hold? Okay. And honestly, to their credit, I mean, they're sitting on 50 gold. They could certainly hold if they want to, but I mean, obviously they know if they hold, then Robin's just going to kill him anyway. So they might as well let him go for it, honestly. And they say, okay, Giga Chad, honestly. All right, Robin going to roll down a bit here. He's 30 HP. So as any good content creator does, he can actually afford to sack a little bit and roll down here and try to find some of these copies. Does not find anything here, which is a little sad, but he is going to sell everything here for Fiora and then just take a big loss here. And then he's going to turn on his music. He's going to turn on his Robin Walk music here because he's only got one fight left here. A lot of gold to roll here. So let's bring it down to 1x speed for this roll down here. 56 gold's a lot, but you know, a lot is not always enough here. We are going to roll down here, see if we can find Fiora. No dupe, no nothing. We got to raw find this Fiora here if we can. Does find one, so now he's one off here and is going to roll the rest of his gold. He's running out of copies, and boom! With 2 gold left, he hits Fiora 3. I mean, absolute Binema with 2 gold. I did not believe watching this game back that he was going to hit, but he managed it. He's got the walk going, and if you guys haven't seen Fiora 3, check this out real quick. This is pretty cool, honestly. Also, technically, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you could beat this with a Fiora on the enemy side, but I mean, you wouldn't because there's a Fiora on the other side, and also there's no Fioras in the pool. Fiora's gonna execute the entire board, do a lot of damage here, and yeah, I mean, enough said. That is the game. So just a really fun game from Robin, playing around this Anima, playing for the Fiora cash out. I mean, that's just an absolute tuber. I feel like you gotta bot review this game because it was just so fun to watch. So yeah, I mean, we can watch. I think this guy starts selling his board maybe to look for a 3-star. Yeah, not really. I don't think they really go for it. So Fiora is gonna clear out the board here. I'm pretty sure Fiora also beats like everything basically because of her ability to just execute the entire board. So pretty chill and a nice win for Robin. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch down below where I'm live every day, Wednesday through Sunday, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Though Saturday and Sunday, usually I stream a little bit later. I do also have something that's, I don't know if I'm allowed to announce it yet, but something going on Saturday and Sunday that I will be streaming. So that should be really fun. I will definitely keep an eye on my Twitter or on my stream and I'll talk about it there. So I'll be doing that. And yeah, that's that. Check out my Metafy as well if you're interested in coaching. All right, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.